What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a blessed day whenever you're watching this, and thank you for tuning in. They say comparison is the thief of joy, so I guess I'm gonna be sad. Today's video is gonna be very interesting. A couple of months ago, I posted this picture comparing my current 22-year-old physique as a natural to 22-year-old natural who is now Mr. Olympia for 212, Keon Pearson. I hear people comparing me and his physiques all the time because we both have a vacuum and kind of small waist. So I hear people say that all the time, that I look like him or whatever. So I decided to compare my own head, right, to how he looked when he was at my age. That idea marinated in my head more. I started to think, what would I look like against the best in the world currently? So that's what today's video is going to be. I'm going to be measuring myself up, my current physique, to the best in the world, the best bodybuilders on the Olympia stage. To make this fair to where I don't get my 170-pound rump crushed and embarrassed, I am going to pick points in their career where they were my age and smaller and maybe natural, maybe not. I don't really know. Anyways, I want to get hopped right into the video because I think this is going to be very exciting. So let's get the fun started off with none other than Mr. Nick Walker. Here we have a front double bicep of Nick Walker when he was, I believe, to be 22. And as you can see, Nick honestly looked crazy in this picture. Super wide lats, arms huge. But one thing about Nick Walker, I will say, he has always had smaller outer sweeps, and that's been his problem even up to now. So it's crazy going back in time and seeing how he just genetically wasn't really blessed with that. But even in these shots here, he's super lean. Compared to my physique, I probably have bigger quads or appear to have bigger quads from the front. His back is crazy from the front. His lats look super wide. You can tell his arms and biceps are huge. Also, I have a smaller waist and I put a vacuum, which he just kind of extends his abs. In the next shot, in the side chest pose, he hitting the pose a little bit different than I would hit it. But like I said, arms huge, big legs from the side, big calves. I will say, I feel like my chest hangs a little bit more in the lower chest than Nick's is right here. And I have a little bit more mid depth. So I may be taking this pose from Nick. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go into Samson Dauda. I believe he's 22 in these pictures, and which is a while back for him because Samson Dauda is now in his 30s, but we're going to go back to his younger physique. 2014, we have a front double from him, kind of with a little bit more classic flair to it. I think that's funny to see because like his arms are much smaller at that point, chest much smaller. And I think I stack up. I think I look, you know what I'm saying, just as good, if not better. You know what I'm saying? We have just him standing relaxed. I guess he's taking his award or something right here in this picture. Huge chest. You can just tell you got good genetics, man. Like huge chest, huge shoulders, big arms. But I have some pictures like that. I think I'm gonna do side by side shots, and I think I kind of stack up. You know what I'm saying? So I also got a front relax here from Samson. Look at his abs in this shot, like crazy. Chest super full. His back has always been a weaker point for Samson, so you can see how his lats aren't even as wide back in the day. So that's crazy. But his legs huge, big shoulders. Last but not least, for the open bodybuilders, we're gonna go to Mr. Olympia, probably my favorite open bodybuilder at this point in time. And we're gonna go to Derek Lunsford. So we're gonna go back to when Derek was my age, 22 years old. I don't know if he was natural or enhanced at this point, but we're just gonna compare. Hopping right into the front double, Derek is looking crazy, to be honest, to be a 22-year-old guy. Super wide. Derek has always shown a lot of detail in his quads. I think it's crazy. That's one of his like biggest strong suits. I will say his outer sweeps and his quads aren't really as big right there, but he still looks insane. In the side chest, shoulder looks big, chest looks full. I honestly think I look a little bit bigger in the chest and maybe a little bit more wide in the shoulders than Derek at this point. And maybe a little bit bigger in the quad and hamstring too from the side. So your boy may take that one, you know what I'm saying? Also, no homo. Gotta pause real quick, but I think I got a little bit more glute time too than Derek in that one. Going on to the rear double, Derek had the best rear double in the world by far. Maybe one of the best rear double biceps of all time. And you can see it here clearly. Even when he was a 22-year-old kid, back definition, lights out. So wide, going to a small waist, seeing detail all the way through the lats. Striations in the glutes, good hamstrings. It's just crazy, man, to see how the evolution of there to now. Like, his back was crazy then, and now is by far the best in the world. So I think that's just crazy. Like, I'm always lose that shot against Derek, you know, so like, and anybody else would too. But that wraps it up for the open bodybuilders. Let's get into some, I think, more reasonable comparisons with the classic physique guys, because they're not going to be as big, I guess, and maybe not as detailed, but we'll see. Hopping straight into it, we're going to go with comparing myself to Urs Kalecinski. Y'all know it's late and I'm having a hard time saying that. Urs Kalecinski. Bam, your boy got it. Anyways, Urs is only 25 right now, so he's only 3 years older than me now. So going back 3 years for him, he's still obviously going to look insane. Going back to his 22-year-old physique, that's actually when he won the Tampa Pro and was headed to the Olympia. So we got a front lat spread of him here. Crazy detail all throughout the quads, all throughout his legs in general. Huge calves, things like sandbags on the side of his leg. Big shoulders, symmetrical arms, super wide lats, and just a great flow to his physique. I think it's crazy that he's so young and so successful in bodybuilding, like taking over the world. I don't really have too many shots from him from this show, but we got a crucifix pose. Once again, he's not too far off from how he looks now. He's just bigger now. So still looking crazy. And it was just 3 years ago. We got a little bit of a front double. Once again, side by side. I'm not too far off in the front double, I don't think. For him being probably enhanced at that point. Small waist, big lats, good balanced arms. Crazy. 22 years old, he winning the Tampa Pro, man. I'm gonna go into comparing myself with Terrence Ruffin. So Terrence was one of the youngest to do the Olympia in classic physique at 22 years old. I think he took 6th, and I think this is back in like 2017, to be honest. So compare myself to Olympia level physique. Let's do it. First off, here we got like a little side tricep shot of Terrence. First thing I noticed is his massive quads, showing a lot of detail, and that big full chest. To be 22 years old, man, just like it's insane, these guys' genetics, man. Going into a rear double, looking side by side, I would say his detail in his hamstrings is different, but I show a lot of detail in my hamstrings too, to be honest. So I think that's good for me. His arms are obviously way bigger. His back is in width. I would say close, but he obviously will win that. Glute striations throughout. He's super lean, and he's always got really strong, like tight glutes. No homo. Gosh, that sound gay. Pause. The gay stuff is coming out tonight. Next, I actually stole this pose from him, and I actually do it to the other side. So I think it's cool to compare these shots side by side. Like I said, his arms are big, but I'm close at this point. Detailing the hamstrings, he's got more glute definition than me, more glute leanness as well. His outer sweeps look crazy, but I definitely stole this pose from him. How am I stacking up against the best? Like going back in time, looking at the best at my age, it's really crazy. I got a long way to go. Here he hitting favorite classic pose. This was one of my favorite poses coming up, maybe a year ago or so. Tricep definition in that flexing bicep or that flexing arm. The way his tricep just hangs there is just crazy. Detail in the quads, automatic. Size-wise, I feel like I would stack up though. What do y'all think? Last but not least, for sure, we're going to go back in time to 20-year-old Chris Bumstead and see how I stack up. If you don't know, I think Chris turned pro at like 21 as an open bodybuilder and was competing at Olympia, almost winning at like 22. So I think he actually got second at this Olympia in these shots. So comparing myself to number 2 in the world, and that's why he's the best now and 5-time Mr. Olympia. Comparing to the side chest, obviously gonna destroy me in every one of these shots, but super full chest, mid depth, sticking out wider than last time. Shout out to Greg Doucette. Lean, massive calves, great quad sweep from the side, like striations throughout the chest. There's no way I can even closely compete. We go to the rear double bicep. I will say that this is somewhat before Chris really got that width in his back. So, and you can see the difference. Like, he's a lot smaller here, especially in that width. His detail in his hamstrings isn't showing as much here. I don't know if that's just the timing of the picture or if he's actually doesn't have it, you know. This is definitely not his leanest. I think I have a little bit more arm or bicep than Chris. That's always been one of his weak points, and it shows even when you go back in time. Yeah, I think I got him beat in the hamstrings and biceps. That's about all I got on him, I ain't gonna lie. But 5-time Mr. Olympia, you gotta take what you can when you can, you know what I'm saying? And it all just rhymes because I go hard. Boom. We got a little still shot of him, like hands behind his back here. You can see how detailed he really is, especially in the quads, shoulders. And this is by far not his leanest. Crazy. Like, this dude is 22 years old in this shot. I think he's like 28 now. But like, it's insane that someone my age could look like that and be competing at such a high level. As a 22-year-old now, I feel like I just woke up to the world and they competing on the biggest stages at my age. Like, I feel like I don't even know nothing right now, and they was already big time successful people. Like, it's insane to me. Here we got a side tricep, which I hit my side tricep a similar way. I got to compare these side to side. His shoulder is definitely just massive, like big, nice shaped chest. Nice symmetrical abs, obliques sitting real flush and lean. His outer sweep doesn't look as big in this shot, but that's just me being nitpicky. Trying to take what I can over the best, you know what I'm saying? Last but not least, we're going to compare side by side front double biceps, me versus Chris Bumstead. Yeah, okay. Let's not destroy myself here, right? But both, obviously, both got a small waist. Both got some wide lats too. His are definitely wider. I've always been kind of leg dominant, so I may have a little bit more meat on the legs than him at this point. Chris has always had a weak point of his biceps. That's always been not as good for him, but it's super balanced with his physique, so like you don't even pick up on it. I probably show a little bit bigger of a bicep, maybe I can't really tell on that one. His chest is definitely more full than mine. I may be just a little bit leaner in my leanest, but what can I take against the best? Like, dude was number 2 in the world at this point. It's insane to me. Like, I'm just trying to take what I can here. You know what I'm saying? Calves, maybe? Probably not. You know? I'm just embarrassed. Like, how trash am I really? I think that's going to do it for the video. I appreciate y'all for watching. If we can, let's get this video to 10 likes. I've been paying attention to the algorithm, and when we can get 10 likes, I think Instagram promotes the video, or not Instagram, but YouTube promotes the video a little bit more. So let's get this thing to 10 likes. All you gotta do is stop right now as I'm speaking, pause the video, right? And just smash the like button real fast. Because I'm up at 2:30 in the morning making this video, no cap. That's the God honest truth. If y'all want a part 2, 10 likes. Anyways, that is the video. Thank you for watching. Check out all the links in the description. Follow me on social media at Underdogging. And I will catch y'all in the next one. Be blessed. Peace.